Hello everyone, Super Genius Seb here, and today I want to clear up some confusion I might have caused because I made a video where I said some things that were actually incorrect. Um, it was basically concerning this bug, which was fixed in 0.16.0, but I thought it was only half fixed. You see, before, in 0.15, this comparator wouldn't turn on, but now it does, and I thought it was still broken because, like, this comparator doesn't turn on. But that makes sense because while this comparator is just reading, this dust, this comparator is directly reading the detector rail, and it's only supposed to activate if there's like a chest minecart or a hopper minecart, and it depends on it. They have to have stuff inside them. And so I made a mistake there, and I decided like to clear it up. However, there is one more thing. As you can see, sometimes when I place it, but only sometimes, it'll blink. I think that's still a bug. I'm gonna have to report that to the bug tracker, I think. Kind of hard to describe that one, though. But now I thought I'd clear up something else. So basically, this can be removed from the ZRST2. And over here, here's another thing that I was a little bit wrong on, but I didn't realize it at the time. So this bug is basically plus shaped dust, not powered rails in some cases. And this also applies to, let's grab some, where is it? Activator rails. Right here, like if I put an activator rail right here, it powers, but not here. So you can see the place of both of those. Well, I thought this was a bug with powered rails, and there was a bug with powered rails. There was. It was that one's 15704, where if you did something where they wouldn't be powered properly, but that was actually fixed. I thought it was only like partially fixed, but it turns out that this, while it is a bug, it's not with the rails, it's with redstone lamps. And not just redstone lamps, but also droppers and dispensers. You see, if I do this with a solid block, it works. But if I replace the block with a lamp, it doesn't work. If I replace the block with a dispenser, whoops, doesn't work. And same for a dropper and a note block. So so the dust and the rails and everything, I'll get powered as expected if it's a normal, solid, opaque block. But if it is a block that is a redstone component that can be activated, but also transmit power, like if I do this and then power this, you can see that that lamp over there turns on. As you can see, these rails don't turn on, so I think this is a bug with redstone components that are opaque or can be strongly powered. So I thought that was kind of interesting. As it turns out, this actually doesn't just affect this thing right here where it is this bug, but it also means that right over here, check this out. Okay, this piston shouldn't be extending, and so it's acting as expected. And likewise, like powering this with an observer shouldn't cause it to extend, since observers in MCPE still only output activation power. However, if you remember from my previous videos, there's actually a bug right here. Here we go, which is this one, MCPE-16286. Pistons are being powered by blocks adjacent to redstone torches or observers. It doesn't matter if they change. Well, as it turns out, this bug, well, it happens with regular solid blocks. It does not happen with redstone component type solid blocks like dispensers, redstone lamps, or for example, if I can pull it out real quick, where is it? Note blocks. None of those will cause it to be activated. So I thought that would, better replace it actually. That is interesting. So there's definitely something odd going on with the with all the blocks that are solid and opaque, but are also like redstone components. So that's something. And let's see, another thing I thought I'd point out is that this bug right over here, the improper powering through this block, doesn't just apply for like torches and observers. It applies for, I think, pretty much every single activation power emitter. So redstone torches output activation power on all their sides except for the top, and well, this side where they don't output any power. and observers output activation power, and levers, as you can see, activate power this block. Well, they don't power the block at all technically. It's just they would activate it if it was a redstone component. And so because of this bug, that gets activated. And same for a button, for I think a pressure plate. Basically any activation power, anything that outputs activation power. Yeah, I think even detector rails. Hang on, let me grab a minecart real quick. If I just put it right here. Yep, there you go. Kind of weird. So this bug um, is not just a torch or an observer bug. It has something to do with activation power with everything. So I just thought I'd clear that up. I think I'll make a quick revision to the ZRST2 and then release that. And the video I made about the minecart thing will be made unlisted. You can find a link to it in the description. I don't want to keep it up because I don't want to cause any more confusion, and because I did make quite a bit of mistake in there. So thank you all for watching. This has been Super Genius Seb, and I will talk to you again in the next video. Goodbye.